What is up, guys? What is up? Marking shit off of my list here. So I wanted to talk to you about something because I talk about balance a lot, and I think I need to explain what I mean. So I'll give you guys a sec to jump on because I think there's a misconception going on, and I just really want to clear some shit up. What's up, Colin? How are you today? All right, guys. So basically, this is the thing. So you hear me talk about balance, and I'm like, you can find the balance. I've written about it. I've made videos about it. I talk about it in all of my trainings and everything about finding balance in your life and creating the balance in your life. Hey, Monica, how are you? And basically, I want to explain what that means. So I don't mean like work-life balance, because I don't believe that exists, especially when you're an entrepreneur. Hey, Emily. I think that especially when you own your own business or you have your own venture, I think that your work and your life will always like collide. It's just work-life, same thing, right? So let me explain what I mean by this. I can be, look, you see my little babies in the background? They're so cute. I can be going out to dinner, or I can be out with my friends, or at yoga, or at the gym, or whatever it is that I'm doing in like my personal life that we want to say, but I'll stop what I'm doing to write a post. Or I'll be like, oh, I got to go home because I need to do this. Or I'll say, hey, can you give me a minute? I need to do a call. Like, it all intertwines. And here's the thing. Some people aren't okay with that. Typically, there are people that don't have that entrepreneurial like mindset, and that's not your problem. You can still have that conversation. You can still have that relationship with somebody and be able to run your business as well. It's your choice. So basically, when I say balance, hey, Tyson, when I say balance, like what I mean is you have these pillars of your life that are important. Bubba, stop it. Mac is such a whiner, sorry. It's not the little one that's whining, it's the big one. Where's he at? It's the big one. Mac. Yeah. Anyway, so basically you have these pillars of your life that are completely as important as each other. They all need your attention. They all need you to not be lazy ass, to actually do the things that you need to do. And that's what they are, right? So you guys have heard me talk about it. You have your business, you have your mindset, you have your body, you have your relationships. Thank you. It was actually painted for me for Valentine's Day. It glows in the dark. That painting glows in the dark. Isn't that cool? So you have these 4 pillars of your life. And in order for you to have, when I talk about balance, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to take the time and make the time and spend the time on all the pillars of your life. Like all of the things that need to work together in order for you to feel balanced and for you to be more productive and for you to be better and have the things that you need and the flow that you want, the balance that you want in your life. See the word balance? That's where it comes from. So I'm not saying that you need to work from, 9 to 4 and then you shut everything down and then that's time to, to focus on the other areas of your life. Like that's not what I mean. What I mean is that you take the time every single day to at least spend some sort of time on each one of these areas of life that are important, that you don't just ignore other things. Does this make sense? Because I think that there was I have this heater under my desk. It's too hot. So I think there was a big misunderstanding around what I mean when I say balance, because your business is your life is your business, your family is your life, your body is a part of your life. Like all of these things have to intertwine and they all have to be important and they all have to have your attention at some point or another. So when I say balance, I mean balancing your time to spend on each area of your life that's important to you. To not ignore your body or not ignore your diet or not ignore your business or your family or your mindset, that you're spending the time across the board on the things that are important to you. Like that's the balance that I'm talking about, is these 4 pillars or these pillars of your life that are important and that you're being organized and intentional. Intentional is the big key word here, with your time and energy to actually make sure you're doing what you need to do in all those areas. Like it's so, you're wasting so much time and so much energy and really kicking your own ass, quite honestly, if you do not organize life that way and look at it that way. Like each one of those things needs and deserves your time. And if you make it that way, I can tell you right now, like, actually yesterday I sat down and wrote out like how many hours I spend per week on each area of my life. And it was actually pretty incredible to think about it, because I remember a time where I didn't spend any time on anything other than business. Like all of my time was on business, and my quality of life just wasn't the same. And I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel good. I didn't look good. I looked fucking 10 years older than I look right now. It was actually, and this was 5 years ago, you know? So basically what's funny is people are like, I don't have the time. It's so stressful. I have all of these things I need to do. Sure, you do, but I can guarantee you that if you slow the fuck down for a minute and become intentional with your time and actions and pay attention to the areas of your life that need it, the quality of life that you have will be better. You're going to feel better. You're going to make more money. Everything's going to flow. Your family and friends and significant other is going to like you a lot more, because you're not going to be a cranky asshole because, you know, you're eating properly, you're sleeping, you're paying attention to yourself when you need it, you're paying attention to your business, like everything is flowing. It makes you a happier fucking person. People are like, Jamie, how are you so positive all the time? Oh my God, like what do you do? I'm not positive all the time. I just don't let shit get me down. I deal with what I need. And what comes at me, and I don't ever let anything get me down. So basically what ends up happening is by putting, for the past 2 years, I've been working on this lifestyle, right? But especially like the last year when I started getting serious about body, which I wasn't before. I was like, oh, I'll do yoga like twice a week. Woo, such a great thing. I love fucking yoga. Don't get me wrong. I still do it. But when I started taking everything else seriously in my body, everything else shifted too. So then when I say balance, that's what I mean. The pillars of your life that hold your shit up, because you have your foundation, right? And then you have your roof. There's something in the middle holding it up. There's not just one and it's falling down. Like, that's not what this is. The pillars of your life are holding up the roof. They're sitting on the foundation, which is like the core of who you are, right? You need the stuff in between. Like, that is the main thing there. And so when I say balance, that's what I mean. I don't mean that you come home from work or 5 o'clock hits and you turn off work and you shut your phone down. Like, if that's what fits for you, good for you. That's not what fits for me. My business is my life. My life is my business. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. You know, basically, let's see, sorry. I'm on a roll. Mario, I think I do need my own talk show, right? I'm working on it. I need my own reality TV show. We're working on it. Tanya, hey, how are you? Hey, Steven. Mac, Daddy, shush. Shush. Very loud pit bull in the background. So basically, that's what I mean when I talk about balance. And I just wanted to get really clear with you guys, because I don't mean like work-life balance. Oh, I turned my job off. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Especially when you own your own company. It's just not. Like, I don't mean you to lay in bed till 4 o'clock in the morning doing nothing but talking about your business. Like, that's definitely not what I mean, because that's unhealthy and your spouse is probably going to tell you to get the fuck out of bed. But, you know, or whoever. But it's what feels good for you. And personally, like when it comes to like the relationship side of things, when you're talking about family, friends, and a significant other, like they should respect you and what you're doing enough to be okay with the fact that sometimes you need to take a phone call and sometimes you need to stop what you're doing to write a post or respond to an email or record something. Like, there are times that I get that moment and I have to stop what I'm doing and record it, because that's when I have the most fire and that's when I get the most response, and that's just what I do for a living. So if someone around me doesn't respect that, then they shouldn't be around me to begin with. Does this make sense? So it's all life. There is no compartments for each thing. It all flows together. And if here's the kicker though, guys. If you're not on top of your shit, this will not work. So basically, if I tell you that you're not compartmentalizing your shit and that you're just life and business, life and body, life, like all of these things are the same and they all deserve your time and attention, like if you're not on top of your shit in your business or your job, if you have a day job and you work for someone else, if you're not on top of your shit and you're not doing what you need to be doing, this won't work. So don't come to me and say, well, the balance doesn't work for me, or I'm going to balance this. No, that doesn't mean that you get to half-ass shit. Actually, what it means is you step up to the plate and you're a rock star at everything, basically. Some days you're not. But you're putting in the effort in each one of the areas of your life that are important to you and that hold up that roof. Does this make sense? That's basically what the balance is that you're balancing your time and attention to the areas of your life that are important in order for you to feel good, your business and life to flow the way you want them to. That's the moral of the story. There is no line. Thank you, Ashley. I'm so glad it makes sense. Don't eat that. Hey, no. He's trying to rip the stuffing out of a stuffed animal. So that's my message, basically, you guys. Like, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask along or ask right now. But basically, that was my fire. I just like flew out of my eyeballs at you. Nathan, yes, that's why I was fixing my sink at 11 last night. Sometimes it happens. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hi, Aaron. I love you back. I'm gonna heart you back. And that's the thing. Here's the other beautiful part about it. Why am I so... Aaron, I don't know. So one of the other things about that to you guys is like what Nathan just said. Like, you do the shit that you do because you love it. And as you create that balance and you create, like, you're putting the attention and the time into all the areas of your life to where it feels good and it flows good for you, it's not work. It's not shitty. Like, me stopping what I'm doing to take a phone call in the middle of, like, a weekend at the lake or whatever, it's not work for me. Like, it doesn't feel shitty to me. It feels good to me. And like I said, you know, when you have the people around you that respect what you're doing and they love you for who you are, like, they don't bitch and they don't have a problem with what you're doing. And if they do, then you need to reevaluate who you're putting in your space. Mac, enough. Enough. He does not need anything, I promise. I'm the best dog mom of life. He's just whiny. Show up, being present with relationships, and you'll gain the ability to focus on business without judgment. Dude, is that not the fucking case? Like, it all, how funny. Steven, you're a genius. So here's the thing. Like, if you show up in your relationship intentionally, if you show up in your business intentionally, if you show up in your body intentionally, if you show up on your mindset intentionally, you guys, enough. Then everything else flows. Like, business flow, they all intertwine. They all need your attention. Give me this. Give me this toy. Stop. It's becoming a dog war over this one thing. Children. Anyways, Mason, yes, true. Tanya, it's kind of like a smoky eye. It all blends together to create the balance. Hey, that's good. That's a good analogy. I dig it. Yes, absolutely. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Unless you have any questions, I'll hang tight for just a sec. Come on, Mac. Let's go outside. Jesus. He's gone outside probably 100 times today, so I promise you, it's not like I'm torturing my animals. They're just very needy. Very needy. All right. You guys are rock stars. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I love seeing all the thumbs up. And I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.